Good morning, dear students. Hope you all are doing good. In the previous video, one of the students had asked me to do questions from Pathfinder Fluids chapter. So I just took up a question from this chapter in Pathfinder book. So let us analyze this question. In all of my videos, you'll find that the analysis for question I'm taking at least 20% of the time. Okay, the reason behind this is when you analyze question properly, if you can analyze question properly, if you understand the question properly, your job is half done. Okay, so that is the reason why I take a lot of time to go through each sentence in the question. Okay, some amount of water is trapped between two pistons, which can slide without friction in the vertical arms A and B of an S shaped tube. So these are the two arms A and B, and this is a S shaped tube. Okay, and these are the two pistons, this yellow color ones that you see here, no, they are the two pistons, and they can slide freely in this tubes here. Okay, area of horizontal cross section of arm B is n equal to 5 times of the area SA equal to 100 centimeter square of the arm A. So the cross section of this tube is, let us say, S. Then the cross section of this tube is n times S, where n equals to 5. The piston in arm B is supported on a spring of force constant K equal to 1000 Newton per meter. So this piston is supported by a spring of spring constant K equal to 1000 Newton per meter. In equilibrium, length of the tube below the piston in arm B is L equal to 20 centimeter. Okay, so the length of this tube below this piston is L equal to 20 centimeters. Next, what maximum additional mass can be gently placed on the piston in arm A so that piston in arm B will remain inside the tube? So let us place a mass here and see what happens. Okay, so we are gently placing a mass here. So here water is going down and that water flows here, and this piston goes down here. Okay. So the question he's asking is, what is the maximum mass? So this, what can be the maximum value so that this piston does not come outside the tube? Okay, it should just remain within the tube B. He's given density of water is rho equal to 1000 kg per meter cube, and acceleration due to gravity is g equal to 10 meter per second square. So let us have a look at the initial condition where the pistons are in equilibrium. Let us consider 2 points inside the liquid. One is point A here, which is just below the piston, and point B here, which is just above the piston. From the diagram, these both are at the same level. So the height difference between A and B, this height difference is given as L equal to 20 centimeters. So we can write PA, okay, PA equal to PB plus L into rho into G. PA equal to PB plus L into rho into G. The pressure at A equals to PATM. So I can write PA equals to PATM equal to PB plus L rho G. Now let us draw the free body diagram of piston B. So this piston, we are drawing the free body diagram here. The force due to the liquid on top on the piston is pressure into area. So pressure is PB here. Okay, so PB is nothing but PATM minus L rho G. So PATM minus L rho G into area is N into S. So in the question he has given the area of this piston is S, the area of this piston is N into S. So this is the force due to the liquid on the top face of this piston. Okay. Next, the force due to the atmospheric pressure on the bottom face of the piston is P atm into area. We can clearly see that this downward force is greater than this force. Okay, and the piston is in equilibrium. So we can say that the spring force is in downward direction. As the spring force here is pulling, we can say that the spring is extended. Okay, so this force K into X, X is the extension in the spring. For the equilibrium of this piston, I can write P atm plus L rho g into Ns plus Kx minus P atm into Ns equals to 0. Cancelling out similar terms, we get Kx equal to L rho g into Ns. We put the respective values in this equation here and we get x equal to 10 centimeters, which means initially the extension in the spring was 10 centimeters. Now let us put a mass on this piston so that the piston B goes till the end here. Okay, so this is the initial level of piston B and this is the initial level of piston A. Okay, in the initial condition. And the height between these two levels was 20 centimeters. Finally, the piston B has come to this level and the piston A has come to this level finally. We can say how much water has moved out from here. That much water, the same volume of water is present here. As this cross-section area is 5 times that of this, now the difference in their heights will be 100 centimeters. So if this has come down by 20 centimeters, then this would have come down by 100 centimeters. Now in this liquid we can say PA equals to PB plus H rho G. So I've written that here, PA equals to PB plus H rho G. Now if this block is of mass m, we can write PA equals to P atm plus mg by s, where mg is the weight of this block and s is the cross-section area of this piston. From equation 1 and equation 2 we can write PB equals to P atm plus mg by s minus h rho into g. Initially we saw that when this piston was here, the spring was extended by 10 centimeters. So when it would have come down by 10 centimeters, it would have been at its natural length. Another 10 centimeters if it would have come down, it would have got compressed by 10 centimeters. So now the spring is in compression and its compression y equals to 10 centimeters. Now let us draw the free body diagram of piston B. The force due to the liquid on top of this is PB into N into S. Okay, and it's in the downward direction. The force due to the atmospheric pressure is upwards and it is equal to P atm into N into S. See, this N into S is the area of this piston. Okay, and as spring is compressed by Y, the spring pushes this piston with a force K into Y. Now from equilibrium of this piston, we can write net force equals to 0. So from equilibrium of piston B, PB into N into S minus P atm into N into S minus K into Y equals to 0. I have shown you the directions here. So accordingly we can write this equation. When we put this equation PB, so PB equal to this expression, if we put it here, P atm into NS term and this P atm into NS will get cancelled. So next we'll get mg by s minus h rho g into ns minus ky equals to 0. So finally we get m equal to ky by ng plus h rho into s. Finally when we keep the values in this, we get m equal to 12 kgs. So the maximum mass which can be put on this gently so that this does not come out is 12 kg. So let us have a look at the schematic once again.